Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're all about boosting those English writing skills. We're going to be looking at this guide called Pasted Text,
Okay.
and it's got all sorts of tips and exercises for, well, anyone who wants to write better.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're, sending emails or writing stories or honestly just looking to express yourself more clearly.
I think one of the most interesting things Pasted Text points out is this connection between writing and speaking.
Yeah.
It's not just about, commas and semicolons and things like that.
Right.
It's about becoming a more effective communicator overall.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. It says that writing can actually make you a more articulate speaker. Is there any truth to that?
Absolutely. There was a study done at UC Berkeley that found that when you write, it forces your brain to organize thoughts in a logical way, and that translates directly into more articulate speech. It's like you're building this mental roadmap for your ideas, which makes it way easier to navigate those thoughts when you're speaking.
So the more you write, the better you might speak.
Exact.
That's pretty cool. But, okay, where do we even begin?
Well, the source starts with a classic, creating a vocabulary list.
Seems pretty basic, right? But I'm guessing there's more to it than just, like, jotting down
Oh,
words.
for sure. It's about actively engaging with those new words. Don't just copy the definition from the dictionary, write it down in your own words. Maybe even come up with an example sentence
Well,
or draw a little picture to really help it stick in your memory.
I love that. The guide actually takes it a step further and suggests using new words in a story. Have you ever tried that?
All the time. It's a great technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're forced to think about how those words actually function in different contexts, which helps you understand them better.
Makes sense.
Plus, it's just more fun than memorizing definitions, right?
Yeah. Way more fun. I remember once I was preparing for a presentation and Bria, I had this list of powerful verbs that I wanted to use. So I ended up weaving them into this totally ridiculous story about a squirrel who ran a marathon. And it sounds silly, but it really helped those verbs stick in my mind.
That's a perfect example. It shows that even playful exercises can be super effective.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on to another exercise from Pasted Text. Describing pictures. I have to admit, this one seems pretty straightforward. What's the real benefit here?
It's all about expanding your descriptive vocabulary. You know how often we find ourselves using the same, generic words over and over?
Totally.
This exercise forces you to be more specific, more evocative with your language.
So instead of just saying, it's a beautiful sunset, I might say, the sky blazed with hues of orange and purple as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the beach, something
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly. You're painting a much more vivid picture for the reader and drawing them into the scene with your words.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, speaking of painting pictures with words, the guide also recommends writing comments on blogs. So it's not just about practicing writing, it's about actually
Yeah.
engaging with what you're reading, too.
That's where the real learning happens, in my opinion. Active reading, like
Yeah.
dissecting sentence structure, analyzing arguments, absorbing different writing styles. It's so important for anyone who wants to improve their own writing.
So don't just skim those blog posts. Really take the time to understand them, then put your own thoughts into words in the comments. It's like a mini writing workout.
Exactly. And while we're on the topic of workouts, we can't forget about good old-fashioned grammar exercises.
Oh, the grammar grind. Any character making that more effective.
Choose exercises that explain the why behind the rules,
Mhm.
not just the right and wrong answers,
Yep.
A lot of times people get stuck just trying to memorize a bunch of rules.
Yeah.
But if you understand the why, you can actually apply those rules more effectively.
It's not about memorizing, it's about understanding.
Exactly.
That's a great point.
And hey, we know that starting a vocabulary list can feel overwhelming, so start small. Choose 5 words, use those in different sentences, write a short paragraph, and really make them your own.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to just have fun with it. Like, remember that squirrel story.
Exactly.
All right, so to sum it all up, consistent effort and a variety of exercises are key to improving our English writing skills. Choose the techniques that work for you and get practicing. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and learn from them.
Writing is a journey. Embrace the process and enjoy the ride.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, before you go, here's a thought for you to ponder. Beyond these exercises, what other, maybe unconventional ways do you think you could boost your writing skills? Perhaps explore different genres, experiment with different voices, or even try writing from, unusual perspectives. The possibilities are endless. And if you're looking for a little extra guidance on your writing journey, be sure to check out Preply for personalized English tutoring. It's an amazing resource for taking your writing to that next level. Until next time, happy writing.